Hello, faith leader, and welcome to Breaktime today. Psalm 18:11 says, He made darkness his covering, his canopy around him, the dark rain clouds of the sky. Envision how David is viewing God. You know, that darkness was all around him, even though dark isn't as his light, but the clouds surrounded him. You know, it's no wonder that David could endure the troubles and persecutions that he was going through. We've talked about this. If you need more talk on persecution, please watch the videos, because I'm sensing that we're in the day of suffering, but we're rejecting the teaching from the suffering to the place where we're trying to pray ourselves out of it, and yet instead of seeing God through it. That's the way David did it the other way. He didn't pray himself out of it. He saw God in it. And he could see God and understand where he was at simply because he sought God. You know, he wasn't seeking this world trying to find the answers, but he was seeking God. And as a result of seeking God in the midst of persecution, he got a greater glimpse of who God was. That's, I believe, one of the missing elements of Christianity, is that we miss who God is because we're trying to figure a way to get out of where we're at, instead of understanding that maybe in the midst of this place of pain and suffering that we're in is where God really wants to reveal who he is. You know, and just working with people, I understand that a lot of us go through a lot of hard times, but Jesus did too. And as a result of Jesus going through his hard times, you and I today get to experience life abundantly. But I think our view of what life abundantly looks like, it means it's absence of persecution. You know, but that's not true, because he told us that life will give you trials. And it's sad, but when you're walking in that valley of the shadow of death, don't allow the death place to overwhelm you. Because in this passage, David talks about he's nearing death, but he didn't allow it to overwhelm him because of one reason. Not because David picked himself up and wiped himself off, presented himself to the world with his smile. No, he admitted the place where he was at. He sought God, and he didn't leave that place of seeking God till he got this vision of whom God was in it. He understood that God had him, because why? God is above it all. You know, the clouds are his canopy. He's above it all. And that's what gave David the strength to get up. Not because David in and of himself figured it out. No, he understood in light of who God was in the midst of his little bit of persecution. How about you? You, my friend, seek God in the midst of the place that you're at to find the relief that you need. Have a blessed day.